Our today's topic of discussion is law of chemical combinations. In this topic, we will discuss those laws which tell you about how the chemicals combine in different ways to give different reactions. The combination of elements to form compounds is governed by following five basic laws. Yes, there are five basic laws by which the elements combine together to form different compounds. The first law is law of conservation of mass. This we have already learned, very basic law. It states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed. This law was given by Antoine Lavoisier in 1789. He performed careful experiment studies for combustion reaction for reaching to the above conclusion. This law formed the basis for several later development in chemistry. In fact, this was the result of exact measurement of masses of reactants and products and carefully planned experiment performed by Lavoisier. Lavoisier is also known as the father of chemistry. He gave this law where it suggests that during any chemical reaction, the total mass of the reactant remain equal to the total mass of the product. We can understand this through an example. For example, A and B are reacting to give C and D. If X is the mass of A, Y is the mass of B, and A is the mass of C, small a, and small b is the mass of D. These are the masses. So it says X plus Y is equal to A plus B. Since the law of conservation of mass is followed, that means the total mass of the reactant remain equal to the total mass of the product. There is no loss or gain of mass of the substances during any chemical reaction. Second law is law of definite proportion. This law was given by a French chemist, Joseph Proust. He stated that a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. कोई भी एक कंपाउंड जिसकी हम पर्टिकुलरली यहाँ बात करेंगे, इन दैट कंपाउंड जो एलिमेंट्स कंबाइन होते हैं, जिस रेशियो में एलिमेंट्स कंबाइन होते हैं, जिस प्रोपोर्शन में एलिमेंट्स आर प्रेजेंट बाय वेट, दैट रिमेन कांस्टेंट irrespective of the fact from where the compound is being obtained. Like an example, water. You can obtain water from different sources like rainwater, river water, sea water, drain water, tap water, and so on. In all these kind of water, the formula of water remain H2O. So this is what it says: the composition of the element in a particular compound always remain constant irrespective of the source from where it is obtained from. Like carbon dioxide can be obtained by respiration, can be obtained by burning anything, any hydrocarbon. Like if you burn petrol, you get carbon dioxide. If you burn diesel, you get carbon dioxide. If you burn CNG, you get carbon dioxide. If you burn wood, you can get carbon dioxide. If you burn coal, you get carbon dioxide. So any other source you can get carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide has a constant ratio of mass between carbon and oxygen. What is the ratio by mass? कार्बन का मास होता है 12, oxygen's mass is 16. As in this formula there are 2 oxygen, so 16 into 2, so it is 12:32. Simplify it, 3:8. कहने का मतलब है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आप कहीं से भी ऑब्टेन करोगे, you will get this ratio of combination of carbon and oxygen by mass, and this will be fixed irrespective of the source from where we are obtaining the carbon dioxide. Same way, what is the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in this? Hydrogen mass is 1 into 2, because we are having 2 molecules, 2 atoms of hydrogen, is 2, oxygen is 16, so 2:16, 1:8. So the ratio by mass in case of water, it is 1:8, and that remains constant. This is the law of definite proportion or constant proportion. Example, let's see the example. Proust worked with 2 samples of cupric carbonate. Cupric carbonate मतलब कॉपर की जो वैलेंसी होगी वो 2+ होगी, तो CuCO3, the formula is CuCO3, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कार्बोनेट also has 2- and copper has 2+. One of which was of natural origin and the other was synthetic one. He found that the composition of elements present in it was the same for both the samples as shown below. Natural sample, copper percentage was 51.35 and oxygen percentage was 9.75, and the percentage of carbon was 38.91. हमने अगर सिंथेटिक सैंपल लिया और उसमें अगर कॉपर, हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन के परसेंटेज कार्बन के परसेंटेज देखे गए, कॉपर, ऑक्सीजन और कार्बन के परसेंटेज was found to be constant as it was in natural sample. So this is what I said, कि it hardly matters from where you are obtaining the sample, whether it is natural, synthetic or any other process. The percentage by mass in which the elements are combining remain constant. This was law of definite proportion or constant proportion. देखिए, thus irrespective of the source, a given compound always contain same element in same proportion. The validity of this law has been confirmed by various experiments. It is something also referred as law of definite composition. So this is what it does not depend on the source. Law number 4 is law of multiple proportion. ये law आप लोगों ने पहले नहीं पढ़ा होगा. This law was given by Dalton in 1803. According to this law, if 2 elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of other element are in a ratio of small whole numbers. Right? दोबारा बताती हूँ in simple language. If 2 elements can combine in more than one way to form different compounds. For example, let's see here. Hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. We can make 2 compounds by combining hydrogen and oxygen. One is the very common, that is H2O. Another is H2O2. This is called hydrogen peroxide. Okay. Now what this law suggests is, when this thing happens, when particular set of element combine to form more than one formula, then one of the component remain constant. One of the constituent particle mass of the one particle or this remain constant, while the other one varies in terms of mass in simple whole number ratio. Let us justify this. एक का मास कांस्टेंट रहेगा, दूसरे का मास जो होगा वो सिंपल होल नंबर रेशियो पे वैरी करेगा. सिंपल शब्दों में इसका मतलब ये है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ यू टेक आउट द मास ओवर हेयर इज 1 into 2 is to 16, that is 2 is to 16, so 1 is to 8. Let us take out in this case 1 into 2 is to 16 into 2, 2 into 2 is to 32, 1 is to 16, right? So you can see hydrogen is remaining constant. This is the ratio of hydrogen and this is the ratio of oxygen. So hydrogen in both the cases are remaining constant. 1 is to 8, 1 is to 16. Hydrogen is remaining constant, whereas oxygen is changing at a whole number ratio, simple whole number ratio. So another example, like carbon and oxygen, they can combine and form carbon monoxide, they can combine and form carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. The percentage of combination is 6 is to 12, sorry 6 is to 16, that is 3 is to 8. Whereas in this case, I'm sorry, it is 12 is to 16. So this goes to 6 is to 8, 3 is to 4. In this case, it is 12 is to 16 into 2. So 12 is to 32. So 3 is to 8. अब कंपेयर करेंगे कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन में. 3 कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के केस में है 3, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के केस में 3 is to 4, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के केस में 3 is to 8. You can see this is remaining constant and this is varied at a simple whole number ratio. I hope this much is clear. So these are the first three laws of chemical combination.